Hey everybody, it's Garrett over here at Corporate Fitness Works. I'm over here at the Asperia Fitness Center, and today I'll be teaching a mobility and more formatted class. For today's class, you guys, the specific areas of the body that we're going to be focusing on are primarily going to be the upper back. All right, so this is going to consist of the rear delts, the lats, and then it's also going to include the rhomboids, and then we're also going to be hitting that kind of that rotator cuff area. All right, so targeting that upper back area. We'll also be hitting T-spine a little bit as well, some mid back as well, and then we're also going to be doing some core work to finish up our workout. All right, that's kind of the general what we'll be doing today. As far as equipment that you guys will be wanting to get out, I'll be using a bench first and foremost. If you guys have an adjustable bench, that would be fantastic. If not, do what you guys can. I'll provide some modifications if you don't have that capability. And then I'll also be using a couple of different lighter pairs of dumbbells. I just got a pair of 3s, pair of 5s, and then I have a pair of 8s and 10s. So kind of lighter weights. All the movements we're doing today are just going to be focusing on increasing the range of motion, increasing and strengthening up those upper back muscles. All right, then I'll also be using a mat, and then I will be using this longer moderate resistance band for our warm-up statically stretch, and then we'll be using a kind of a lighter glute band, and we'll be using that for one of our mobility exercises. And then I'll also be using a, you can't see it here, but it's gonna be right there. I'll also be using kind of a longer, lighter to moderate resistance band with handles. So if you guys have any of that or all of that available to you, go ahead and grab that now. I'll also be using a foam roller. All right, so kind of a hodgepodge of different piece of equipment. You guys don't need all of this piece of equipment. That's just what I'm gonna be using. But as I go through into the mobility work of our workout, I'll kind of highlight what you guys can do if you don't have that type of equipment. And that's what we got today. All right. So yeah, we'll start off, guys, getting statically stretched per usual with my classes. I like to get that lower body going. Okay. Following that, we're going to do a little bit of a dynamic warm up. But we do have a good bit of mobility work today. So we'll just do a quick little dynamic warm up, and then we'll get into our mobility work today. For our mobility work today, like I said, we're hitting the upper back. We're going to be doing 4 to 5 different movements, and we'll be doing a couple different sets with each of these movements, and they're going to be targeting all aspects of that upper back, rear delt, rotator cuff area. Okay. All right. So that's kind of what we got for the mobility section. Once we get done with all of that, we're going to get into one last little core finisher where we'll be doing some half kneeling rotations, working a little core rotational work to strengthen up, like I said, the core. Okay, so that's what we got to start, guys, or that's what we have for a full class. All right. If you guys have that longer resistance band, all right, moderate to heavier, go ahead and grab that now. All right. If you guys don't, you guys can grab a long bath towel. That'll work just as well. You guys can go ahead and sit it on down. All right, we're gonna start off doing what I like to call a 4-way resistance band stretch. All right, if you guys have followed me in one of these classes before, it's gonna be the same stretch we always do. All right, we're gonna get those hamstrings stretched out. All right, pulling on that front part of the foot, bringing that leg as close to that head neck area as we can. All right, start off with low tension, and then as that leg gets used to the tension, you guys can pull a little bit harder and harder. All right, for about 20 to 30 seconds. All right, after that, we're gonna open up those adductors, okay, bringing that leg away, okay, opening up, to that same side, okay. Same thing, you're gonna pull that leg closer to that head or neck area as it gets loosened up. All right, like I said, we'll get those adductors, that groin area stretched out. All right, bring that leg across the body, still keeping that back attached to the ground. Okay, we're gonna get that outer glute and that IT band area stretched out. Okay, last thing we're gonna do, we'll sit it on up, raise that band on that foot. We're gonna pull in the toe, get that calf stretched out. Okay, All right, 20 to 30 seconds per way. All right. Like I said, guys, start off with that low tension, low resistance, and then as your legs get used to the tension, you guys can increase as you go. Right, let's go ahead and bring that leg to that same side. All right, gonna bring that leg across the body here. Still keep that back attached to the ground. Sit it on up, raise that band ever so slightly on that foot. Then we're gonna pull on that front part of the foot here, get that calf stretched out. Alrighty guys, go ahead, you can flip on over to that second leg here. Right, gonna do that same thing, getting the hammies, adductors, and then those abductors going here, and those calves as well. Okay. Right, raise that band up, guys. Get that calf stretched out. 20 to 30 more seconds. And then we will continue through with our dynamic part of our warm-up. Alrighty, guys. You can go ahead and stand it on up. We're going to go ahead, like I said, get into that dynamic part of the warm-up here. All right, next up here for our dynamic warm-up, guys, we're just gonna start off getting our shoulders a little bit more warmed up here with some shoulder circles. All right, so let's go ahead, guys, start off with palms facing the ground here. Okay, we're gonna go with a small forward circular motion here to start. All right, as those shoulders start to feel more loosened up here, you guys can make those circles a little bit bigger. All right, and then you guys can eventually make those circles as big as your arms will allow. Alrighty guys, next up we're gonna go palms facing the ceiling here. Okay, we're gonna go that reverse motion of what you just went, so go that backwards motion here, and we're still gonna start off with small circles. All right, once again, guys, as we progress, you guys can make those circles a little bit bigger. You guys can go ahead and make those circles as big as you would like. All right, let's get some arm hugs in here, guys. Make sure to alternate which arm You got crosser over the top. Okay, all right guys, next up we are going to get into the world's greatest stretch here. All right, so if you guys have not done this before, this is just gonna be a starting position in the high plank position here. All right, here guys, we're gonna bring that same foot up all the way to that same hand, or as close as you can get it. All right, once you guys are here, I want you guys to load up that ankle, load up that knee. Okay, all right, create some tension, rock back, all right, kind of get low, get into that knee as far as we can go here, all right, and then we're gonna open up into that knee, okay, bring that hand back down right next to that foot, kicking it back out, and now let's just go ahead, alternate it out, okay, so shift, lean, right, load up that knee, load up that ankle, okay, start to increase that range of motion. Okay, load up and get those adductors firing. All right, hinge back, get those hammies going, and then you guys can twist into that front knee. Okay, let's get 6 reps total in here. Nice, guys. All right, so that's gonna conclude our dynamic warm-up. All right, short and sweet. All right, just trying to get that upper body and that whole body going a little bit more dynamically, a little more practically to what we got going on today, okay? So next up, guys, we're gonna get into those mobility movements that I talked about, all right? So the targets here, upper back, okay? Traps, rear delt, lats, rhomboids, and that rotator cuff area, okay? We're gonna start off, you guys. If you want to, equipment-wise, you guys can grab, if you have it, a foam roller. All right, if you guys don't have a foam roller, we're just gonna need something to lay on, so a big pillow or something would work. All right, long pillow, big pillow. We're gonna need a foam roller, and then if you guys have one of those lighter glute bands, you guys can grab that now, okay? Go ahead and get set up with that foam roller on the ground, okay? We're just gonna have our mid and higher part of our back on the foam roller, okay? We're gonna be doing these abduction, so hands abducted, thumbs 45 degrees, okay? Our back is gonna be, like I said, on that foam roller at that higher point of the back. Okay, all right, and we're gonna be doing these thoracic extensions where we're keeping our arms abducted and we're gonna bring those shoulders, all right, past that foam roller, okay? All right, so we wanna do this with nice control, okay? So good tempo, raising up about 3 to 5 seconds on the way up. Once you guys have your hands above your head and you are extended, I want you guys to hold that for about 2 to 3 seconds, okay, before you're bringing your arms back, okay? We're just gonna get 1 set in here, all right? But let's go ahead, you guys, let's get 8 reps in, okay? All right, keep those arms abducted, good tempo, 3 to 5 seconds on the way up, okay? Hold that back extension, Like I said, for about 2 to 4 seconds. All right, so get that foam roller right in that upper back area here. Abduct those arms away. Nice, guys. All right, obviously if you guys didn't have the band, you guys can just do this on the foam roller or on some type of surface that'll provide for some support. All right, obviously that banded work, that's gonna help those shoulders get a little bit stronger. Okay, it's gonna help also with your thumbs pointed in that 45-degree angle. We're gonna be working a little bit more external rotation, okay, shoulder rotation, all right, which is gonna help out with our posture, all right. So I would definitely recommend doing that exercise if you guys find yourself, in your day-to-day living, sitting at your desk, okay, rounded shoulders, all right. These are gonna help set everything back, okay, help extend that spine, all right, rather than keep it flexed, all right. So that's the first movement we got, is those arms abducted, thoracic extension on the foam roller, okay. Second mobility exercise that we are going to do is going to be what I like to incorporate prior to any type of strength-based training, where we're going to have maybe any type of back work, any type of upper body work where we have a lot of shoulders involved. And this exercise is going to be called dumbbell or prone YTWs. I apologize. Exercise is called prone YTWs. So what that prone just indicates is that we're going to be on our stomach, okay? I'm going to be doing this off of an incline bench, which I recommend if you guys have that available to you. Obviously, if you guys don't have an incline bench, you guys can just do this in the prone position from the ground, okay? Now that's going to look a little bit different from the ground, but I will demonstrate it off of the bench so you guys kind of have a good idea on what we're looking for, okay? Now, the exercise you guys will be doing is called YTWs. Pretty much what the Y, T, and W stand for are going to be letters. Okay, so you're going to be basically spelling out the letter Y with your arms. You're going to be spelling out the letter T with your arms here. And then we're going to be imitating doing a W, okay, with our arms like this. Okay, prior to each of those letters, I want you guys to make sure that we're retracting our scapula before each rep. Okay, so you guys should be shooting your shoulders back, okay? Not raising them up, but shooting them back, then entering that letter. So Y, T, and W, okay? You guys can't just do this standing as well. As you can see I'm doing, you're still getting that work in. But obviously you're gonna get a little better range of motion with the, if you're doing it off an incline, because you are gonna be fighting gravity a bit more, okay? And you guys can also add some weights, okay? So like I said earlier, lighter weights is best for this because all we're focused on, or what we're primarily focused on, is quality reps, okay? So if you guys can't get this down, doing it with some weights, go ahead and do a body weight to start, okay? We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do we'll do 2 sets here of 5 reps per letter, okay? So round 1, we're gonna be doing 15 reps. Same thing, round 2, you're gonna be doing 15 reps total, 5 each letter, okay? You guys can sequence it out, hitting the Y, hitting the T, hitting the W for all 15 reps, or You guys can just do 5, 5, and 5. If you just want to stick with the same one, stick with that same motion. That works as well. Okay? All right? So yeah, like I said, guys, get that incline position. Okay? If you have it. If you guys don't, we're doing this from the ground, and it's the same thing here. Okay? So your arms are just going to be out in front of you like a Superman. All right? Same thing, guys. You're just going to retract up. Okay? Hitting that Y. All right? Same thing. You have your arms to the side. Retract up. All right? And then same thing with the W. Retracting up into that W. Okay? 2 sets of 5 here, guys. Once you finish your first set, take about 30 seconds or so off, and then you guys can knock out your second set. All right? Remember to retract before every letter here. Okay. All right, guys, first set done. All right, make sure you guys are standing it up, shaking it out. All right, like I said, you guys, this is a great exercise that you guys can use prior to any type of back work, chest work, any type of heavy shoulder day. You guys can do that just to get your shoulders going, okay? But especially if you guys are doing some back work, any type of rotator cuff work, this is gonna help get that going, okay? Get you primed and ready for whatever you're doing, okay? So we're gonna go ahead, guys, run through that one more time here, okay? Like I said, 5 reps each way. You guys can sequence it out, or you can stick with the same letter, 5, 5, and 5. Good work. Alrighty. Our second movement is done with our mobility work. Alright. Next movement that we are going to do, you guys, this is going to be more strength-based, more total body than everything. Okay. We're going to be doing what is called table twists. Okay. So for this exercise, guys, we're going to be starting off in a reverse tabletop position. Alright. During this exercise, we're going to be extending, pressing through our heels, all right? And as we do that, we're going to be simultaneously pressing through our shoulder and reaching with our other arm back behind us, okay? So when we're doing this, we're going to be getting that lat stretched out here, okay? We're also obviously going to be getting that range of motion and that extension with that shoulder. Okay, and then by pressing through our heels, we're also going to be getting those glutes involved. Okay, so for this, guys, we are going to do 3 sets here, all right? And I wanted us to just do 3 sets of 10, okay? So in between each set, guys, take about 20, 40 seconds off, get water, stand it up, shake it out, okay? And get right back after it, okay? 3 sets here by 10 reps. You guys can just alternate, extending opposite arms here. All right. guys stand it up, shake it out. Woo. Alrighty. Got 2 sets left here. Take about 20 to 40 seconds off, like I said. Get water if you need it. All right. For this movement, guys, you can actually just incorporate this in your workouts if you'd like. It's a nice body weight movement. That's getting everything involved that we're talking about. Okay. So if you're looking to get that lat stretched out, all right, with that cross body extension, you definitely feel the stretch. Okay. Same thing with that shoulder work. As you guys are pressing, you're definitely feeling it. Okay. And then you're obviously going to be feeling those glutes once you're pressing through the heels. All right. Set 2, guys. Whenever you're ready to go, let's get it here. All right. Alright guys, set 2 done. We're going to take another 20 to 40 seconds off here. Alright, then we'll just do one more round of those table twists. Alright, like I said, 10 more reps. Alright, you guys know what you got. Take your time off, get water real quick. Alright, we've got, how many more movements we got? We just got one more movement after we get through this last set of the table twists. Alright. And then we got our core work to end today. All right, let's keep moving along, guys. Keep up, keep after it. One more round left here of those table twists. All right, let's get it. 10 reps. Nice, guys. Woo. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Last mobility movement that we're going to go over today is going to be solely focused on the rear part of your delt, or that back part of the deltoid. Okay. All right. Here we're going to strengthen that delt by doing what is called a dumbbell. I call it it's really external shoulder rotations is what's happening, but we have basically starting position. I'm going to be doing it off the bench for added range of motion, but you guys can also do this from the ground. Okay, starting position, guys, we're going to want to make sure that we have that wrist locked in full time. Okay, we're doing this with the dumbbell. Okay, keep it relatively light. Okay, the focus here is obviously external shoulder rotation. All right, so we're really trying to see how far we can go here, stretching out that back part of the delt. All right, keeping that wrist locked, keeping this arm 90 degrees, and then we're just bringing it right back up. Okay, all right. Try to create a little bit of a nook here. Okay, so you guys can get that added range of motion. But like I said, if you guys do this off the bench, it'll be a little bit easier. Okay, here we're gonna be doing here we're gonna be doing 3 sets, 8 reps per arm. Okay, all right. So really focus, you guys, controlling down. Keep that arm 90 degrees. Go as far as we can go, stretching out that delt, and then we're coming right back up same way. Okay, good tempo throughout. Go lighter on the weight to start. All right, progress if it feels comfortable. If that gets a little bit easier. Same thing, take about 20 to 40 seconds off in between. right, set one done. Take 20 to 40 seconds off. Stand it up, shake it out, get water if you need it. We got 2 sets left to go. Like I said, guys, 8 reps per arm here. Okay, stick with low weights. Okay, if you guys get comfortable, like I said, you can up those weights a little bit. Okay, but focus on the quality here. Okay, what I see often when people see this exercise, they think, oh, okay, I just need to let it come down, jerk it back up. Okay, with speed or with a lot of movement, and that's not the case. Okay, the technique, the quality here is tempo down, so slow down, slow back up. Okay, doesn't matter how much weight you're throwing around. Okay, if you're throwing heavy weight around like that, not only is that not going to be beneficial, but it also could be detrimental in the fact that you could injure yourself. Okay, all right, that external shoulder rotation, that doesn't happen a lot in day-to-day situations. Okay, so that's why we're doing this motion. Okay, so if you just go ahead and go full speed, herky jerk that, okay, you could potentially hurt yourself. So make sure you guys are going lighter on weights, especially if you haven't done this movement before. Okay, with all that said, guys, set 2 coming up here. Let's get it. 8 and 8. Nice, guys. Okay, set 2 done. We just got one more round left here of those shoulder external rotations. All right, with an elbow on that knee. All right, like I said, guys, you guys can incorporate this into any type of shoulder day if you'd like to work on that external shoulder rotation. You can also just incorporate this 1 to 3 times during the week just to work on this if you're not trying to incorporate this specifically into your workouts. But yeah, nice motion, guys, nice movement. It's a good exercise for strengthening that rear delt, okay? Also working on kind of that forearm strength, okay? Obviously lighter weights, but good tempo throughout. You're gonna get some good work with that, okay? All right, last set, guys, let's get it here. 8 reps per side. Good tempo down, good tempo back. Keep that arm at 90 degrees. Keep that elbow, or keep that wrist locked. Guys. Okay. All right, we are done with our mobility movements for the upper back. All right, for that upper back area where we're hitting the lats, traps, rotator cuff, rear delt area. All right, done with it all that. Okay, now we're gonna get into our little core finisher for today. All right, core work here, guys. We're gonna work. We're gonna need something to anchor like I said, light to medium resistance band, and if you guys have one with the handle, you guys can use that, okay? The anchor position that I'm going from is about a foot off the ground, all right? Now this doesn't have to be that specific, okay? Really the only focus here is you just want to make sure that you're pulling from a low position to a more high position, okay? So you want that, tied off spot to be a little bit lower than where you're going to be at, okay? Starting position here, guys, we're going to want to make sure we have a decent amount of tension depending on how tight it is for you, okay? I've got a relatively lighter band, so I can go out with a little bit more distance, all right? But you guys want to make sure that that outside knee is up, inside knee on the ground here, okay? We want that outside knee to be in line with wherever that cable is or wherever that resistance band is, okay? All right, hand placement here, we're gonna have both hands on the handle here, and we're gonna focus on keeping that in the middle of our chest full time. So here we're opened up with it, all right? And the movement we're gonna do here is gonna be a half kneel rotation. So we're gonna kneel or rotate into that outside knee, holding for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then we're gonna let that band come back in. Okay, as you guys hold, you guys will feel that opposite side getting worked, isometrically tightening up, okay? We're gonna do 3 sets here, all right? Depending on how tight that resistance is, you guys can do this cable machine or resistance band. If it's a little bit heavier, you guys can go 5 to 6 reps. I have a lighter band here, so I'm gonna go 3 sets of 8, both sides. But like I said, do whatever feels right for you. It's same thing, guys, in between each set, we'll take it 20 to 40 seconds off, okay? Let's get, guys, 3 sets here, half kneel rotations. Rotate that knee, let it come back in, all right? Try to get as much tension as you can here to really feel it in that core. Flip sides here. Once you guys get your 8. Round 1 done. Take 20 to 40 seconds off. Make sure you guys are standing up, shaking out. All right, get water if you need it. Okay, second set here. Sticking with those same reps, okay? You guys have varying resistance bands or you have a cable machine to go off of. You guys can kind of play with those reps as you'd like, okay? But just as those other exercises we did today, focus on quality, okay? Focus on quality reps. Make sure you're doing the technique right, all right? Because if you're not doing anything right here and you're just herky-jerking through the motion, you're not going to be getting exactly what we're intending to get out of that, okay? Which is core work, okay? Isometric oblique work, all right? We are getting a horizontal chop, okay? So getting some type of movement here. But for the most part, you're not doing too much crunching here. You're really just getting to that static spot and tightening up that core, okay? Keeping everything in line with where you're going, okay? Set 2, guys. Let's get it here. Go up in the reps if you guys need to. Stay where you're at if you need to, all right? But above all else, quality technique, quality work. Let's get it, guys. Set 2. sides here. Guys. All right, set 2 is done. All right, we're gonna take one last 20 to 40 seconds off here, okay? Take some rest, guys. Okay, and then we're just gonna do one more set of that pail off hold, half kneel rotation, okay? All right, obviously fighting that resistance, okay? Isometrically tightening up, hitting those obliques, hitting the core, hitting it all right? Get one last set in, guys. Take that time, shake it out. Let's get it, all right? Adjust the reps if you need to. Okay, you have that same resistance band. Okay, stick with whatever reps you're on. Okay, remember, quality, quality, quality here. Okay, last set, best set, guys. Let's get after it. Flip sides here. Alrighty, guys. Well done. Good work today. All right. We have wrapped up this mobility and more session today. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the movements we did today. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit as far as what you can do to improve the range of motion in the shoulders, in that back, to just strengthen the overall rotator cuff, strengthen those upper back muscles. Hopefully you guys learned something today. Hopefully you guys can integrate that into your workouts, into your daily lifestyle. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that little core wrap up, okay? If you guys did, please be sure to like, comment what you did like, what you didn't like. We always appreciate that. And until next time, guys, take care. I hope you guys are having a great summer. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video.